So I know this is titled like how I lost my first 10 pounds, but to be honest, when you get higher up in the in weight, I think it's more realistic on, and it's more of a challenge when you lose 20 pounds. So I'm gonna talk about losing my first 20 because I think that was the biggest challenge, losing my first 20. And a lot of people talk about how they lost their first 50, and that's a big leap too. That's a big that when you losing 50, like you are on your way. You got the habits down, you got the routine down, you pushing, you doing your thing, right? Um, and everybody loves to talk about these huge transformation that they're doing, and the transformations are wonderful. So shout out to everybody who on their weight loss journey who got past the big 50. But a lot of people don't talk about the hardest part, which is the start. That first 10, that first 20, like those are that's the hardest part, to be honest with you. And today I'm going to share exactly how I lost my first 20 pounds and the lessons I learned and how you all can apply those to your journey. So welcome back to the Larry Motivates channel. You guys been following my legendary my legendary weight loss journey, which is this week is going to be part 3. Part 3 coming on Saturday, so be on the lookout for that. Um and this is not a magic trick, but this is just consistency and how you can build good habits and how anybody can do this. So first, my starting point, when the change happened, was at 287 pounds. And I talked about this earlier, but that's when I decided, hey, you boy, you gotta make a change. You are a big boy. You are fat. I was realistic with myself. You a big boy. You're fat. You're overweight. You pushing obesity. If I wasn't already there, like, dog, you gotta change this. There's no reason, no where you got no wherewithal. You're not respecting yourself. Like, yeah, you can turn this around, but you gotta do this now because you've fallen off on the deep end. Ain't no way you gonna be 5'6", almost pushing 300. Nah, man. No way, no how. And so, physically, I didn't feel right. Clothes wasn't fitting right. I was upset because I'm buying new stuff at the old house that I love. I mean, stuff at my condo that I love wasn't fitting. The suits wasn't fitting. The shirts wasn't fitting. The pants wasn't fitting. I was getting stuff. Belts wasn't fitting. And I'm like, man, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Point blank period. I told myself I'm doing too much. And I felt like it was an embarrassment because I could not walk 50 feet without my back hurting. I started using the bathroom and it got difficult using the bathroom. My back was hurting. You even using the bathroom, walking, it was hurting. Sleeping, I was loud. I was waking up with headaches. I was taking pictures. I'm like, man, who is this dude in these pictures? Like, and coming from how I grew up and to where I was then, that is a big hit to see yourself and be like, I don't even know who this guy is. And so when I seen that, hey, gotta make a change. And my dad, shout out to my dad, because he was like, hey, look, I've been going to this trainer. Let me kind of just start going. I'll get your first month. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. That was because I was already, mentally I was already there. And and the trainer, what trainers really are, they help keep you accountable and help get your schedule until you can do it on your own. It's like riding a bike. When you're on that bike, sometimes you need training wheels. But then, once you start to get going, you can take them training wheels off. But that's how I kind of look at trainers, right? And so, there comes the consistency. So, here's what happened. Started with a plan. What's your motivation? for losing this weight. We gotta change that. Not just because you want to go to this wedding. It's gotta be for you. My health, that's important. But I ain't really been doing it for myself, so I gotta do something bigger. I got these nieces and nephews coming into the world. Gotta do it for them. I want to have my own family. I know how my dad was when I was little. I gotta be that. I gotta be that man and or better. I don't want my kids thinking like whenever I have them like, Dad's big or I just can't. I can't do that because I gotta be a better example for them. So I wanted that. Man, the smile of my mom and dad and my granny when they see me. Man, that's so big, man. Man, that's so big. See my granny like smile when she see me walking now, and she's like, "Lamar, you doing it?" Like, that's really like a big one. Like, see my granny smile because she know I'm getting in, I'm being healthier. Like, that's huge. That's huge. That's really huge right there, man. So I start doing it. I start doing it for more than just myself. And I knew that my health was going to be important, and I want to be around here for a long time. And I'm not 40 yet, and so I wanted to get back to. I wanted to get back to being healthy. I wanted to get back to myself, and mentally, I needed to change because I needed discipline. I needed more organization, and so with getting into these routines of working out at a certain time, doing certain things every day on a consistent basis helped. Now we got the workouts in. The workouts help me lose the weight, but it's not helping me keep it off. Because the next thing that comes after you start losing the weight, you can lose 10 pounds easy, to be honest with you, with just working out. But then, like, to lose more than what you're really doing, now it comes with the diet. That helps out as well. So that was the next thing. It was the dieting. And I'm still working on my diet. I ain't got it down pat yet because I still do I still do my little 1-2 here and there. But I've been doing way better. And the diet's the biggest thing. Cutting out pastas, cutting out bread, cutting out cakes, not eating, late at night when I get those cravings. Like, that was like the biggest thing. And I like burgers, so even cutting out the bread, like it was a lot of stuff that I'm cutting. Fries, like I'm cutting. Boom, I can't do it. Working out was one. I love working out, but then the diet, that was it. And all those are encompassing with having the disciplined mind, developing that schedule, doing all that stuff. That kind of put everything into perspective. And that's how I was able to keep knocking this down. And now I'm down almost 60. I'm down dang near 60 pounds now. Tracking progress. We don't like to do it, but jumping on that scale. Hey, if I'm still in the 50s or the 40s out of 2 weeks, that means I ain't doing something right. And so what I learned was, it's more than just about food. It's more than just working out. It's about discipline. It's about sticking to a schedule. It's about keeping that promise to myself. It's about seeing that smile on my parents' face. It's about seeing that smile on my granny's face. It's about being able to bend down and walk and do the things that I need to do, and not have to think about, I can't go here because my back's going to hurt. Really just enjoying life for what it is. Those are the things that I learned that help me feel better about myself. You got to have patience, but you got to be disciplined. And along with patience, you got to also have a sense of urgency, because you got to get this done now. You can't keep pushing this off. It has to be serious. It has to be serious. The patience comes with the weight coming off and how your bodies adjust. But the sense of urgency is now to start working out now, not pushing that stuff off. So now my goal is to get down to 180. And once I hit that, then is the beginnings coming, because now I get to tell you guys how to get it together and start being a teacher, right? start being a coach. That's because I love when that happens. So I'm inviting you all to be on this journey with me. And if you're starting your own journey, don't focus on just losing the 50 pounds a day, because that's gonna come. It's gonna be months, but just start completing something that day, right? Focus on the next healthy choice, and one decision at a time. Please subscribe to the Larry Motivates channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and also follow me. We're gonna be building this thing together. I'm gonna be here. How about you?